Good afternoon, students. Students, how are you? All are well? Very good. Now, students, today we will start our third chapter of geography, and the chapter is drainage. Okay, now let's start this chapter. Earlier, we have done physical features of India, and in physical features of India, we did in just northern mountains, northern plains, Indian desert, then coastal islands, Deccan peninsular plateaus, and this what island groups. We did this. Now let us start the next point, which is very necessary for these different types of physical features, and that is drainage. Now the simple meaning of drainage means drain means पानी, नालियाँ, नदियाँ जिनसे हमें पानी मिलता है. Now here in geographical context, let us see. The term drainage describes means the river system of an area. We'll see. Look at the physical map. We'll see later on when in next page will be there. Then we'll see the physical map of India where river system is there. You will notice that small streams flowing from different directions come together. कि अलग अलग डायरेक्शन से स्ट्रीम्स आती हैं क्योंकि हिमालयन मतलब माउंटेन्स में से आती हैं तो अलग अलग डायरेक्शन से आएंगी. एंड व्हेन दे कम टुगेदर एंड दे फॉर्म अ मेन रिवर, एंड दिस अल्टीमेटली ड्रेन्स इनटू अ लार्ज वाटर बॉडी. और फिर वो मेन रिवर कहाँ गिर जाती है? किसी बड़े वाटर बॉडी में, चाहे तो सच एज अ लेक, चाहे तो बड़ी झील में, और अ सी या किसी समुद्र में, और एन ओशियन या फिर किसी सागर में. ठीक है. द एरिया ड्रेन्ड बाय अ सिंगल रिवर, सिंगल मीन्स अ बिग रिवर, and its tributaries is known as drainage basin. Now this question, what is a drainage basin? So the area drained by a single river system is known as a drainage basin. Okay, now let's move further, and the closer observation on a map will indicate that any elevated area, elevated means जो उभरा हुआ एरिया होता है, such as a mountain, चाहे वो माउंटेन है, और एन अपलैंड, सेपरेट्स, जो क्या करता है बीच में आ जाता है, सेपरेट कर देता है टू ड्रेनेज बेसिन्स को, उसको हम वाटर डिवाइड कहते हैं, इज नोन एज वाटर डिवाइड. ओके, नाउ यू मस्ट हैव सीन, यू जस्ट इन दिस पिक्चर, one side one drainage basin is there, another side one drainage basin in there, and in between one upland is there, and this upland is known as water divide. Okay, now the question is for you. The world's largest drainage basin is of the Amazon river. Okay, this is not question, but it's an interesting fact for you. Now which river has the largest basin in India? You will write this one word answer question in your notebook. Now let's move further and we'll see drainage systems in India. How many types of drainage system are there in India? Means drainage system, as already I asked you, a river which drain a specific area is known as drainage system. So we'll see. The drainage system of India are mainly controlled by the broad relief feature. Relief means type of relief features of means mountains normally, subcontinent, and accordingly उसके हिसाब से the Indian rivers are divided into two major groups. दो मेजर ग्रुप में हैं, the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Okay, two types of rivers are there. The rivers which originate from Himalayas, they are known as Himalayan rivers, and the rivers which originate from peninsula means the oldest part, which we have read earlier in second chapter, and that they are known as peninsular rivers. Apart from originating मतलब जहाँ से निकलती हैं, from the two major physiographic regions of India. अब ये दो होगी, एक हिमालयन रीजन, एक पेनिनसुलर रीजन. तो दो फिजियोग्राफिक रीजन्स हैं. द हिमालयन एंड पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स आर डिफरेंट, क्योंकि वो दो अलग तरह की फिजियोग्राफिक डिवीजन से निकल रही हैं, इसलिए वो डेफिनेटली अलग होंगी फ्रॉम ईच अदर इन मैनी वेज. नाउ what are the differences between Himalayan regions and peninsular rivers? First, most of the Himalayan rivers are perennial. Perennial means they flow throughout the year, means they have water in them throughout the year. So it means that they have water throughout the year. And how they have water throughout the year? Means these rivers receive water from rains as well as from melted snow from the lofty means highest lofty mountains. And two major Himalayan rivers, the Indus and the Brahmaputra, they originate from the north of mountain ranges. They have cut through the mountains, वो पहाड़ों को काटती हैं, मेकिंग गोर्स. गोर्स होता है बीच में से दर्रा बना देना. द हिमालयन रिवर्स हैव लॉन्ग कोर्स, मतलब उनका लंबा रास्ता है, फ्रॉम देयर सोर्स जहाँ से निकलती हैं, टू द सी, और जहाँ पर वो गिरती हैं समुद्र में. दे परफॉर्म इंटेंसिव इरोजनल एक्टिविटी, क्योंकि पहाड़ों से आती हैं इसलिए बहुत तोड़फोड़ करती हैं. इन देयर अपर कोर्स there are three courses of a river: upper course, middle course and lower course. In upper course, the rivers they do erosional activity. In middle course, they do transportational activity, and in lower course they do depositional activity. They perform intensive erosional activity in their upper course and carry huge loads of silt and sand. In the middle and lower courses, these rivers form meanders. We will see what is meander and everything. Oxbow Lake and many other depositional features in their in their shallower course as compared to the Himalayan. Now let's see. In their floodplains, they also have well developed deltas. Now let's see different types of drainage basin या drainage pattern. There are 4 types of drainage pattern in everywhere wherever rivers are there. The first pattern is the streams within a drainage basin form certain patterns depending on the slope of land, underlying rock structure, as well as the climatic conditions of the area. And they are dendritic, trellis, rectangular and radial patterns. 4 types of different patterns are there. The first, let me explain. The dendritic pattern develops where the river channels flows the slope of the terrain. जब ऊंचाई से रिवर्स नीचे उनके पहाड़ों से नीचे गिरती है स्लॉप से, तब डेंड्रिटिक पैटर्न बनती है. कैसे? द स्ट्रीम्स विच इट्स ट्रिब्यूटरीज रिजेंबल द ब्रांचेस ऑफ ए ट्री. हियर यू सी in the green one, the first one river is there and somewhere the branches are in both the sides and it resemble like a tree. So this is known as dendritic pattern. Okay, now a river, where a river joined by its tributaries at approximately right angles, जहाँ पर right angles में ही जो tributaries हैं वो उसको join करती है, develops a ट्रेली पैटर्न. वो एक ट्रेली पैटर्न होता है. यू हैव सीन हियर द सेकेंड पार्ट, दिस वन ट्रेली ड्रेनेज. ओके, दिस इज. नाउ लेट्स मूव फर्दर. एंड थर्ड, दिस इज रेक्टेंगुलर ड्रेनेज and the tributaries they have joined the main means distributary at a right angle, so they are known as rectangular pattern. And fourth, all the rivers from the highest peak they flow in different directions and it looks like a dome, so it is known as radial drainage pattern. And things are here. A trellis drainage pattern develops where hard and soft rock exist parallel to each other, and the rectangular drainage pattern develops on a strongly joined rocky terrain. The radial pattern develops when streams flow in different directions from a central peak or dome-like structure, as earlier I asked you, and a combination of several patterns may be found in the same drainage basin. कभी कभी तो एक ही तरह से, जैसे हमारे हिमालयन पहाड़ हैं उनमें ये चारों तरह के ड्रेनेज बेसिन्स या ड्रेनेज पैटर्न पाए जा सकते हैं. ओके, Now, yeah, this, let's move, let's move this second part. As earlier we read about the courses, upper course, middle course and lower course, and then we read about meander, then we read about oxbow there, and then delta. Now let you see the river, they are coming from the high mountains, and this is the main source of river, means the river they get water from this area. And here upper course, here the rivers they do so much erosional activity, they erode the trees, plants, they subroot, and even they erode the rocks. And then when they come in the middle course, they transport all these silt and sand with them. And here, when, because when they are coming from upside and when they come in their middle course, here they have just, they come in plain areas, so their speed becomes very low, some low, as despite or as comparison to upper course. So a large amount of water they have in this area, and then they just start moving. When they just change their direction from one direction to another, a huge amount of water they collect or they have, and it becomes like a big lake, and it is known as meander. Okay, a big lake which is created by river in their course, that is known as meander. But sometimes this volume of water becomes so high that the river they are unable to carry it, and what they do, they start just dropping this water in their sidey areas. बीच में से उछाल, पानी का उछाल आता है जब ऊपर से ज़्यादा पानी का फ्लो आता है, और एक बराबर के एरिया में थोड़ा सा कुछ दूर पे जाके वो पानी गिरने लग जाता है, ऐसे जब लहरें उठती हैं ज़ोर ज़ोर से, और उसको वो एक ऐसा सी शेप में बन जाता है जिसको कहते हैं ऑक्सबो लेक. I think you must have got everything what I am telling. And then the rivers, when they come to their mouth, this is called mouth. Before draining in a water body, this area is known as mouth, and here they make deltas. Now you must have read about the word delta. Delta means a triangular land area which is created or which is made by the rivers, or which is due to the depositional activity of river, that is known as delta. So let's now just move further. First, a large number of peninsular rivers are seasonal, as they flow, क्योंकि उनका फ्लो डिपेंडेंट है रेनफॉल पे. And during dry season, even the large rivers have reduced flow of water in their channels. The peninsular rivers have shorter and shallower courses as compared to their Himalayan counterparts. Means Himalayan rivers की बजाय इनका जो कोर्स है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा छोटा है. However, some of them originate in the central highlands, because earlier you read that peninsular plateau is divided into two parts: central highlands, the area above river Narmada, and then Deccan plateau, the area below river Narmada. So some of the rivers which originate in the central highlands and flow towards the west. Can you identify two such large rivers? Of course, they are Narmada and Tapi. Most of the rivers of peninsular India originate in the western Ghats, क्योंकि western Ghats में ज़्यादा बारिश आती है, and flow towards the Bay of Bengal, और वो Bay of Bengal की तरफ बहती है. Okay, now these are four peninsular rivers. Now let's move to the Himalayan rivers. The major Himalayan rivers are the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, and these rivers are long and are joined by many large and important tributaries. Tell one tributary of river Ganga, and that is Yamuna. A river along with its tributaries may be called a river system. Now one word answer question. What is a river system? A river along with its tributaries is known as river system. Now let's start from the Himalayan rivers, and first river Indus. द रिवर इंडस राइजेज इन तिब्बत, ये बेटा तिब्बत से निकलती है, नियर लेक मानसरोवर इन हिमालयाज, एंड देन इट स्टार्ट्स फ्लोइंग टूवर्ड्स वेस्ट. इट एंटर्स इंडिया इन द लद्दाख डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. ये इंडिया में जब एंटर करती है तो जम्मू एंड कश्मीर के लद्दाख डिस्ट्रिक्ट में से. इट फॉर्म्स अ पिक्चर्स क्यू गोर्स इन दिस पार्ट, और यहाँ पर एक गोर्स बनाती है, गहरी खाई बनाती है ऐसी जो देखने लायक होती है. सेवरल ट्रिब्यूटरीज, द जस्कार, द नुब्रा, द स्योक एंड द हुंजा ज्वाइन इट इन द कश्मीर रीजन. छोटी छोटी नदियाँ इसको ज्वाइन करती हैं, जो इसकी ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं, ये नाम है. द इंडस फ्लोज थ्रू बाल्टिस्तान एंड गिलगिट एंड इमर्जेज फ्रॉम द माउंटेन्स एट अटक. ये रिवर इंडस, इट फ्लोज थ्रू बाल्टिस्तान, माउंटेन रेंजेस आर देयर, एंड गिलगिट ऑल्सो, एंड देन इट इमर्स, और ये फिर मिल जाती है माउंटेन्स में, अटक में. द सतलज, द व्यास, द रावी, द चेनाब एंड द झेलम, दे ज्वाइन टुगेदर टू एंटर द इंडस रिवर. ये सारी की सारी नदियाँ ज्वाइन होती हैं, फिर ये इंडस रिवर में मिल जाती हैं. वेयर? नियर मिठान कोट इन पाकिस्तान. Beyond this, the Indus flows southward. Then after that, Indus start flowing southwards, eventually reaching the Arabian Sea, and then it just what should I say, drain in Arabian Sea east of Karachi. The Indus plain has a very gentle slope, and its total length is 2,900 kilometer. The Indus is one of the longest rivers. Okay. Now you see here, this is the map, and let me start from the river Indus. This is river Indus, and here this is Lake Mansarovar, and then river Indus, it starts from here. Let me just show it. This is river Indus. This one. This, and here it starts from here, and here it just joins here, and this is Lake Mansarovar, it starts from here. Okay, and these small rivers, this Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi and Satluj, they combine here, and then they merge with river Indus, and in this way. Now I think things are clear to you. Okay, and here then one more river is there, river Narmada, Ganga. Okay, and it's the tributary river Yamuna, and several tributaries are there, several. Are you getting me now? The things are clear in your mind or not? Okay, now this is river Ganga. Once again, let me tell you. This one, river Ganga, and then this is river Yamuna. Here the tributary river Ghaggar, river Gandak, Kosi, and river Betwa. This is river Chambal. These are some tributaries of this big river known as river Ganga. And these two rivers, this is river Narmada, It flows through west and just drain in Arabian Sea. Then this is river Tapi. Okay, let me just, have you just understood the things? Okay, let us move further. And these rivers, when they flow here, this Ganga river, it makes a big delta here. Okay, so this is, and from here this is river Brahmaputra. This is river Brahmaputra. Okay, now let us just complete this only. As I asked you that Indus river, it is the one of the longest rivers of the world, and a little over a third of the Indus basin is located in India, in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab, and the rest in the Pakistan. So this is all for today only. Thank you.